We all spend a lot of money and time making sure that our firearms will perform exactly the way we want them to. We buy the best cleaners, we buy the best accessories. However, you probably don't spend as much time making sure that your magazines are clean and ready to go as you should. Clean magazines are just as important to ensuring reliability in a clean firearm as anything else. A dirty magazine can result in misfeeds, costing you valuable time, lowering your score, and overall just making sure you have a really bad day out on the range. It only takes a few minutes to make sure that your magazine is clean and all the parts are in proper operating order. This is going to make sure that your time out on the range, during a match, or even practice is much more enjoyable, probably put you higher up into the placement as well. The only thing a magazine does is feed ammunition into the firearms. All I'm going to talk about today is handguns. There are rifles that use magazines. Now they're coming out with shotguns that use magazines, but the same rules apply to caring for magazines in all firearms. The particular parts will be different, but what you need to look for and how to clean them are basically going to be the same. So magazines have four basic components. You're going to have the follower up here, the body, which looks like this, the spring, which is connected to the follower, and you're going to have the base. Now, this is customized components for this one, but basically, all of your magazines are going to have the same basic components. You know, this is your factory M&P that comes out. This is for my 2011, and this is for my Smith & Wesson 40 with this specialized base pad, spring, and follower. I'm going to start by disassembling my magazine. Of course, we always make sure safety first, so we're going to make sure that it's not loaded. You can see here, not loaded. So to disassemble this magazine, there's a button right here. You can take any object, a screwdriver. In this case, I actually have a magazine depressor. You press it in. That's going to push down the base plate, allowing you to remove the base pad. You're just going to slide it off. Make sure you have your thumb over it to capture the spring. It'll release. Everything comes apart. Spring, follower, and your pad, or spring, follower, and your body all together. Common components. Just going to leave it there. Next thing that I do, I like to grab a brush and just run it through a couple of times. So it's as simple as that. Go in one direction, bring it back and forth. You can actually kind of see the grime coming out of it. Next thing that I do is I grab some of my contact cleaner, and this, all you have to do is spray down inside of it. I can get it to spray here. Just a little bit inside. You can actually see some of the gunk coming out again. Again, a couple of times in the magazine to make sure I get it all out. Magazine actually doesn't look that bad. So next thing I do, you can see my follower right here, how dirty that is. Again, I grab a nice little rag, a couple of squirts on the rag. It's just a matter of, I'm going to wipe it down. You can actually see the gunk coming off of it. Like I said, these haven't been cleaned all season. Probably clean them more than that, but this is one gun that I haven't been running a lot, so I haven't cleaned anything. But, I mean, look at all the grime and crud just coming off of this. That's going to gunk up your firearm. Could end up with feeding issues, reliability issues. Again, you just want to take it, next thing, run it down over the spring. My rag is still wet from the contact cleaner. Rub it down. I do the same thing with the base plate. Nice, just get it nice and clean. Base pad, same thing. That's really all there is to cleaning a magazine. You could take your rag as well, stick it inside, give that once or twice. Make sure you get both sides. But really, that's all there is to cleaning your magazine. One thing I will have to say, I have different type of magazines out. I would suggest only taking apart one at a time. Again, you have your four basic components. The problem is there are older version style magazines, newer version. You can get customized springs and followers, if you start mixing and matching those, again, you're going to end up with feeding issues, reliability issues. So I only take apart one at a time. I keep all my pieces together. Once it's done cleaning, I put it back. And this isn't as clean as I would like it to be. So let's clean it off here. Make sure it looks good. And all I do, make sure the follower is going in the right direction. I push it back. Make sure that my base plate is on correctly. I push that in, making sure it's all together. I grab the base pad, simply slide it on, push it down. You hear it click, you hear it click, now it's all together. Now my magazine is clean, ready to go for the next time I'm out to go shooting.